Hello and welcome to another update video on SUI. The SUI chart, like for example the Solana chart, is currently working on a potential, diagonal structure. So this is what we are basically tracking, what we are currently tracking together with many other cryptocurrency charts, including Solana, but also SUI, that they are currently working on these, you could say diagonal structures. And in the diagonal across the sector, we might be working on B waves. Okay, so what you see here on the chart is still the wave count we discussed, I think 1 or 2 days ago. This is still preferred, and so far there's no need to change any of these scenarios. So what we're tracking is a potential wave 1 to the upside, which topped here around the 24th, wave 2 to the downside, bottom there around the 26th. Third wave down might be unfolding right now. Third wave up might be unfolding right now and would be an ABC structure. So in a diagonal structure, because the wave 1 was clearly an ABC structure, in a diagonal structure, the subwaves are all corrective. So that means they are all, you could say 3-wave movements, which means we have to be a bit careful here about not trying to force any structures into this, because with corrections, and that's what Elliott wave tells us, with corrections, we have to be extremely mindful that subwaves are going to shift. Because if we're dealing with a correction, there are so many, let's say, combinations that are possible in such a correction. Now, typically what we're tracking is an ABC structure, and that's because an ABC structure is normally the, let's say, standard pattern. It's the most probable one. And therefore, this is sort of what we're tracking, as long as the market can give us a reason to do so. Like, for example, with a corrective rally in wave 1, that's basically the way to go. Then you can see also here, the rally from the wave 2 low was also a clear 3-wave pattern. Then obviously we had a pullback here, which can be an AB setup, and then a C wave could be next. But basically what I'm tracking here at the moment on this chart is the yellow scenario as primary count, especially as long as we are holding above $2.67, or at least avoid a decisive break below. The formal invalidation point is here, the wave 2 low from the 26th of June. So the overall uptrend, therefore, is preferred as long as we are holding above the 78.6 retracement at $2.67. So at least we should avoid a decisive break below. The formal invalidation point is here, the red line at $2.57. That's the formal invalidation point because in a B wave, we don't want the price below the beginning of the, in a B wave, the price must not break below the beginning of the third wave. This is invalidation. $2.67 is already a level where probabilities start to shift, but really it's the $2.57 level where the yellow scenario, as it is at least, will be invalidated. We can then explore other options, but this is where it would get invalidated. I would prefer the price to hold above $2.67. Surely we could, if you look at this micro pattern, we might have topped there in a B wave, it might grind a little higher, but overall, this is a resistance area where this B wave might form a top and then could start a C wave decline. Is it an absolute must that we get a C wave decline? No. This is seen as a B wave pullback overall, which I've labeled as ABC structure. But I can already identify an ABC structure here. It's just that from the low, I haven't seen any impulsive rally yet. Okay, so I just want to highlight the potential for another dip. But if we get a break above resistance at $3.06, it would simply follow the larger pathway that's already outlined on the chart to higher prices, potentially in a third wave. Let's double check that. In a third wave, we want the price to get to the 138% extension at $3.55. That's normally my first ideal target. So that's the update on SUI. I hope you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment and subscribe. And if you really like the content, then please check out the channel membership. Thank you very much. Bye-bye.